Vanguard will be terminating some of its accounts. And many of you are going to be upset. You're going to be upset. And I'm telling you, you're wrong, man. I'm going to tell you why here. All right, so let's read this right quick. And it's from RIA Biz. And my man emailed this to me. I forgot the guy's name. And rightly so. So here, let me just start here. Vanguard warns its phone-reliant investors of termination without warning or explanation under a new contract effective July 1st. Investors who excessively rely on telephone calls may first face longer hold times and pay fees for overburdening call centers after the $9 trillion money manager amended his brokerage compact with new terms. That's not the CEO anymore. Why they got to go after white guys? The CEO's no longer a white guy. Stop bashing the white guys. You'll see some comments in here. I'm transferring 5 accounts from Vanguard. They're no longer a customer-focused leader. This guy says, or lady, very accurate, timely, nice description of the state of affairs of Vanguard. Vanguard does have some excellent funds and ETFs, but I hold them in real brokers. Lewis says, while a large number of investors and advisors continue to rely on phone servicing, it is possible to identify these who are excessive users. However, before abandoning these users, it is essential for a responsible institution to be certain that no emergency exists. Vanguard is not firing grandma. Having worked for discount broker on the phone finds there are hundreds of clients who call for no reason other than talk to a human when they can. Jeremy 100% gets it. 100% gets it. I remember when I worked at Vanguard in 98, 99, and this is during the middle of the insanity of the irrational exuberance. Remember, Greenspan said irrational exuberance in 94, by the way. 94 to 99, we had a massive run up. So even though people were irrationally exuberant, we still had massive gains in the markets. Anyway, I remember we had this one guy, nice guy from New York City. Every day at the market close, this guy would call every single day to get the prices of the funds he had. And he had probably back then $1 million with this. And every day the guy would call. It was crazy. And I was like, we were trying to say, you can get this on, even back in 98, you could get that online. But he would call. And we had these tickers. You had this little, up here, you had this thing of the queue. Sometimes be 100 people in queue, sometimes be 20, sometimes be none. But it's like, this guy was taking off service from other people who actually needed it. So I shared with you my Vanguard experience with the lady whose husband died in Vanguard. In my opinion, screwed up. I mean, Vanguard's right. They said, well, we gave her the option. She chose option A. I said, yeah, but did you really explain? No. And to their credit, they say, we gave her the options and we just followed what she said. I said, man, it was bad. But we had to sit on hold for, I think, 15 minutes or something like that, all because of other people excessively calling. That's what it was. Every night this guy would call. And then he would chit-chat, and it's like, it was insane, man. We'd have people calling. We had this one lady, Julie was her name. And she had just, I mean, literally, she sounded like she would be freaking the next Kim Basinger. That's how her voice sounded. And she was not Kim Basinger, if you know what I'm saying. But she'd have dudes calling for her all the time because she sounded like she was super smoking hot. It was crazy. And I remember like she was getting proposed, all this stuff. It was crazy. And she was not a bad lady, but she in terms of, she wasn't mean, but she was okay. I wouldn't say she's like a super friend, but it's like she wasn't ultra nice, if that makes sense, to either colleagues. But she was very, very nice to the men essentially who were hitting on her. It was weird, man. But then she'd get the same people calling her all the time. I remember one time sitting, this is in the, not Camelback. We moved from Camelback to Scottsdale, I think. And she went flying through the freaking parking lot. Pissed me. I hate when people fly through the parking lot, dude. Pisses me off. I don't care if you're late. You don't flying through the parking lot. That's just dangerous. Anyway, I'll never forget she did this. But dudes would call her all the time. So that's not what a call center is for. It's not for lonely men to hit on the freaking lady picking up the phone. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. So you can't have, like, let's go back to what my man Jeremy says. He says, Vanguard is not firing grandma. There are a lot of clients who will call for no reason other than talk to a human being. No, they can for no fee. They don't place a trade. They don't have a service need. They ask for one quote, and they'll go off on tangents just because they're alone. They need interactions. Yep. If one phone rep dumps a call quickly, they just call and look for more interaction with the next person. 100%. They'll discuss dude, 100%. So it's easier for you guys who aren't in the phone thing to sit there and say, hey, we had people just yapping. It's crazy, man. You see these queues that go from 100, 105, 120. You see your manager, and then you get in trouble if your call went too long, by the way. You would. But how are you supposed to hang up on somebody? You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I have no qualm what Vanguard's doing whatsoever. Excessive users are a burden to real users, that's for sure, who need this service. So good job, Vanguard. Love your thoughts. We'll see you. I know this won't be popular. Don't care.